speaking. Over 4,000 years ago, before the invention of writing, poetry was passed down from generation to generation. And even today, people enjoy listening to someone read a piece of poetry. Arlinda will not be looking at the audience very often, because that would inhibit the audience's response. The audience must rely on imagery, on the pictures that I hopefully am able to paint in your mind. This poem is about a man who during his life liked to frequent prostitutes. That was his thing. And how he is badly dealing with getting older. He's getting older now. So please help me welcome warmly Arlinda Smith with the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. The love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, Arlinda Smith. Let us go then, you and I, when the evening is spread out against the sky, like a patient, ether-sized upon a table. Let us go through certain half-deserted streets, the muttering retreats of restless nights in one-night cheap hotels and sawdust restaurants with oyster shells. Streets that follow like a tedious argument of insidious intent, to lead you to an overwhelming question. Oh, do not ask what it is. Let's just go make our visit. In the room where women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. The yellow fog that rubs its back upon the window panes, the yellow smoke that rubs its muzzle on the window panes, licked its tongue into the corners of the very evening, lingered upon the pools that stand in the drains, let fall upon its back the soot that falls from the chimneys, and slipped by the terrace, made a sudden leap, and seeing that it was only a soft October night, curled once around the house and fell asleep. In the room, the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. And indeed, there will be time to wonder, do I dare? Do I dare? Time to turn back and descend the stair with the bald spot in the middle of my hair. They will say, his hair is growing thin. My morning coat, my collar firmly to the chin, my necktie rich and modest, but asserted by a simple pin. They will say, oh, but how his arms and legs are getting thin. Disturb the universe. In a minute there is time for decisions and revisions, which a minute will reverse. For I have known them all already, have known the evenings and the mornings and the afternoons. I have measured out my life with coffee spoons. I know the voices dying with the dying ball beneath the music from a further room. So, how should I presume? And I have known the eyes already, known them. The eye that fixes you in a formulated phrase. And when I am formulated, sprawling on a pen, when I am pinned and wiggling on the wall, then how should I begin? To spit out the butt ends of all my days and all my ways, and how should I presume? And I have known the arms already, known all of them. Arms that are braceleted in white and bare, but in the lamplight donned with light brown hair. It is perfume from a dress that makes me so digress. Arms that lie along a table or wrap about a shawl. And should I then presume? And how should I begin? Shall I say I have gone at dusk through narrow streets and watched the smoke that rises from the pipes of lonely men in shirt sleeves leaning out of windows? I should have been a pair of ragged claws scuttering along the floor of silent seas. And the afternoon, the evening sleeps so peacefully, smoothed by long fingers, asleep, tired, or it malingers, stretched on the floor, here beside you and me. Should I, after tea and cake and ices, have the strength to force the moment to its crisis? But though I have wept and fasted and wept and prayed, though I have seen my head growing balder, brought in upon a platter, I have seen the moment of my greatness flicker, and I have seen the eternal footman hold my coat and snicker. And in short, I was afraid. And would it have been worth it after all, after the cups, the marmalade, the tea, among porcelain, among some talk of you and me? Would it have been worthwhile to have bitten off the matter with a smile, to have squeezed the universe into a ball, to roll it towards some overwhelming question, to say, I, Lazarus, come from the dead, come back to tell you all, I shall tell you all. If one, settling a pillow by her head, should say, that is not what I meant at all. Would it have been worthwhile after the sunsets, dooryards and sprinkled sheets, after the novels and dooryards and sprinkled sheets, after the teacups, after the skirts that trail along the floor, and this, and so much more? It is impossible to say just what I mean, but if a magic lantern threw the nerves and patterns on a screen, would it have been worthwhile if one settling a pillow or throwing off his shawl and turning toward the window should say, that is not it at all? No, I am not Prince Hamlet, nor was meant to be. Am an attendant lord, one that will do to swell up progress or start a scene or two. Advise the prince, no doubt an easy tool. Differential, glad to be of use. Political, cautious, meticulous. Full of high sentence, but a bit obtuse. At times, indeed, almost ridiculous. I grow old, I grow old. I will wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. Shall I part my hair? Do I dare eat a peach? I shall wear white flannel trousers and walk upon the beach. I've heard the mermaids sing. I do not think they'll sing to me. I have seen them riding seaward on the waves, combing their white hair, thrown back. We have lingered in the chambers of the sea. My sea girls wrenched with seaweed red and brown, till the human voices wake us, and then we drown.